Well, hello and welcome back to another video from the Veg Grower podcast. Now, I've got to admit, I'm very lax with my videos. I'm very poor at editing. I shoot so much footage, and my base is the podcast, of course. And had a few questions come in about how the Christmas dinner bed. So I thought, you know what, let's get on and start making these videos again. Now, as I said, the Christmas dinner bed that we grew our Christmas dinner in last year, we're repeating this experiment again this year in 2022. 2021 we actually didn't do too bad. From storage we had peas and we had onions, which were really nice. And then on Christmas Day I was able to harvest our parsnips, our carrots and our potatoes. But the potatoes unfortunately grew so well that they just swamped anything else, so we didn't get any Brussels sprouts or cabbages from this bed. Luckily we had a backup at home or down in the allotment, so it wasn't the end of the world. So what this means in going on into 2022, we're going to be growing again in another bed, moving it on. The bed just behind me that we have mustard and Swiss chard in at the moment. And what we're going to do with that, instead of growing potatoes in the bed, we're going to grow them in buckets and then grow everything else inside that bed. So that's a bit of an update, and I'm just starting tidying this all up and getting it ready for this growing season today. Well, today I'm down on the allotment and the top half of my allotment where I haven't actually spent much time recently. Now, what I did last year is I built 3 beds out of corrugated iron, and areas that the beds weren't in, I've laid down some weed suppressant membrane. But I want to move one of these beds to an area that was covered in weed suppressant membrane, and I've got my brother here to help me today, and Roxy's also here to help as well, my little puppy, if any of you haven't forgotten her. So we've cleared away the weed suppressant membrane, which after a year being down wasn't bad at all. But what we're going to do is move this bed now, and that's going to be my hugel culture bed, something I'm experimenting with. So let's get this bed and see if we can do it without it falling apart. Got it? Yep. Right, let's see. Up high, up high. Oh, lift up high. There we go. And there we go. I'm happy with that. That will do for now. Now all I've got to do is get some of my wood in there to start off this hugel culture, which isn't going to be done today. That's coming up in a not too distant future. But I'm very definitely seeing some very good signs that spring is around the corner. The daffodils are starting to show themselves. The rhubarb is starting to show themselves, and I can just see Roxy in our neighbour's plot, so I better go and rescue her. Anyway, that's it for today. Tomorrow's Sunday. There's something great to show you. Let's go get Roxy. Well, today I came down to Seedy Sunday in Brighton to, well, it was basically an annual seed swap. I don't think it happened last year. I last came here 2 years ago, just before COVID strike, and it's very different this year. Much smaller, but in a much more open air location, Brighton open air market. So yeah, I've got quite a collection of seeds that I've bought today, 10 packets. I've donated 50p a packet. We've got a few pumpkins and squashes I'm looking forward to try. A leek called King Richard, which I just saw and had to try. Egyptian walking onions. I've wanted to grow these for quite a while, so yeah, I'm really pleased with what I've got down here today, looking forward to growing them at one place or another. Right, so that's what I've been up to today here at Seedy Sunday. Well, today I'm just in my podding shed and I'm just sowing some tomato seeds into this. So that's the final thing. I was reading an article yesterday where Monty Don was recommending that we actually sow tomato seeds in February. I thought I'd give it a try. No harm in trying, is there? Anyway, that is what I've been up to over this last week. Of course, you can hear more on my podcast if you want to go check that out. Also check out the live shows that I've been doing. Last week we were discussing whether or not to chit potatoes. Be great to hear your input on that. And then next Sunday we're going to be having a leek grow along. So again, be great to see you join in with that. Right, let me know what you've been up to in your own allotments, your own gardens, down below in the comments as well, and I'll be great to hear that out. Take care for now. I'll see you again next time.